Thanks for joining us again this morning.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Coach, before we get to any questions, again, as a reminder to everyone on the call, please press star one at this time to get in the queue to ask questions for head coach Matt Viator of Louisiana Monroe. Coach, your thoughts on last week's game against Idaho?
I thought it was a really good football game. It was disappointing that we came out on the short end, but very competitive game. Idaho really did a good job. We made some mistakes, and a lot of them were forced by them, and we got behind early in the game, 17 points, I think, and we were actually down 17 twice and came back and tied the score, only to see them answer with a good drive right at the end of the game and then kick the game-winning field goal with no time on the clock stuff. So give Idaho credit, Coach Petrino and his staff and players. They came in and did what they had to do. But we feel like we have some positive things to build on, and we're going to try to do that moving into this week against Texas State, who has a really good team. Big win over Ohio early in the year, which was big for Texas State, I think, and great for our conference to go up and beat Ohio, which is good year in and year out there. And then, also had a good win over Incarnate Word. So we know they have a good football team. Really impressed with their quarterback, with Tyler Jones and what he's been able to do and spreading the ball around. Stedman Mayberry is a really good running back and also has 20 catches out of the backfield. So he's somebody that we're certainly going to have to pay close attention to. Defensively, we don't see true odd fronts a lot and stuff. So, them coming in with odd man front and their pressures and stuff are going to give us some problems as well. But we're excited to be home again. We have a chance this year, the only time this year, to play back-to-back home games, and we're excited about it.
And, Coach, what really stands out to you when you look at the Bobcats coming up in this game?
Offensively, they have a lot of balance when you look at them, and I think they have 6 guys between 16 and 20 catches, and nobody over 20, but the 6th guy has 16. So they spread it around. They get you spread out. Mayberry's a good running back. They'll get empty sets, and then Tyler Jones is a very capable runner as well. So that impresses me really. Their offense and the balance they have, and the multiple things that they can do out of it. Defensively, I've been really impressed with how hard they play. They're good tacklers. They play really hard. They rally the football, and that they certainly have an attacking style of defense and what Coach Withers has brought there and stuff. So I'm just impressed really, all in all, on what they're doing and how they're doing it.
Thank you, Coach. As a reminder to members of the media on the call, you could press star one at this time to get in the queue to ask questions. Coach, you mentioned the Idaho game being down by 17 points twice. I mean, both those times, most of the rallying came from the offensive side and on the arm of Garrett Smith, who had 302 yards of passing offense in that game. I mean, what did it say about your team to rally from that deficit and tie the game up?
Well, really, really proud of them for doing that. I mean, because, things were really going bad, and we were turning the football over, and fortunately our defense, in the 3 close range drives in the first half, we held them to 3 field goals, which I think gave us a chance, at least in the block punt for a touchdown, and now we're down 16 or 17 points. But, we kept fighting back, and that's a credit to our players, and Garrett did some really good things. I think he also ran for 88, yards, 86, 88 yards. So, coupled with, he had close to a 400-yard night in terms of running and passing. But, we just have to continue to improve, and you just can't fall behind against good teams.
Coach, are you encouraged by your rushing output on Saturday? Because, this was 221 total rushing yards for your team this week, which, surpassed much of the previous week's totals.
Yeah, I was very pleased with that, and we certainly needed to do that. And, we did some good things running the ball, included the quarterback, included the receivers, as well as our running back. So, we'll need to do that to continue to try to have success. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, we've had a tough time against, get some quality opponents, like Auburn and Oklahoma and at Georgia Southern. I mean, it was some tough places to try to get that done.
And, Coach, looking on the defensive side, Nick Ingram led your team with 10 total tackles. What did you see from him on Saturday against Idaho?
Yeah, Nick's a redshirt freshman that continues to improve, but he was really aggressive, I thought, and is starting to see things a lot quicker and clearer in terms of getting down and making plays. But he's filled in. Marcus Hubbard has been out, and he's our starting free safety, and he got hurt the first play of the second half of the Georgia Southern game. Missed Auburn. You know, we had an open week in there and was going to try to go and just kind of struggle with that hamstring and pregame stuff. So, but I'm excited about Nick. Like I said, he's a young player. He's a redshirt freshman that I think is getting better and better, and it's going to continue to get better with the more snaps he takes.
And, Coach, as you get into Sun Belt play, what's really your message to the team as you take on all conference opponents, with the exception of one more non-conference game coming up this season?
You know, we just want them to, play as hard as we can, give the best effort we can, and give us a shot, to win these games. And like I said, unfortunately, we've played 2 Sun Belt games, and we've been right there in both games, and we've had an opportunity to win, and we haven't gotten it done, and our opponent has and stuff. So, it's going to be, this whole week is going to be a positive message, and continue to play hard, continue to compete hard, and let's continue to try to get ourselves in situations, because these games are going to be competitive within the league. But, we want to give ourselves a shot to win these games, and hopefully we'll get it done in one of these games for sure.